I'm debating if I want to have my glasses on or off, because on you have glares, off we don't, but I can't see with them off. Hey dog, it's time. Welcome back to Book It, and today we're talking about my girl, my love, the queen herself, H.D. Carlton, and Where's Molly? Oh my god, for those that do not know, H.D. Carlton and Penelope Douglas run my life. If those women tell me that I need to quit my job, give them all my money, and die under a bridge, I am quitting my job, giving them my money, and dying under a bridge. H.D. Carlton is most notably known for writing her Haunting and Hunting Adeline cat and mouse duo. This is Where is Molly, which follows Molly Devereux, which is kind of a, it's in the world. It's in the world of Haunting and Hunting Adeline. It's slightly connected. Okay. So I actually found this book at a bookstore. I didn't order it. So a lot of the times you can't find H.D. Carlton's books out. I think now you can find them at Meyer, which is like wild to me. I can always find like Haunting Adeline. I can never find Hunting Adeline in Meyer. But I did find this at a Books A Million, and I immediately grabbed it. I was on vacation with my partner and his family. So I grabbed it and was like, oh my gosh. And I read it on vacation to his mother. Was asking me what it was about, and I was like, oh, a missing girl, don't read it. So this book does follow Molly Devereux, who's a missing girl, and we know Molly from the Haunting Adeline series, when Addie gets taken and is staying at this house. So Molly was actually staying at the house before Adeline was. But she ends up escaping, and she also journals. So the journal that Adeline finds in Hunting Adeline is the same journal that this girl wrote. So we see it's the future now, and Molly is working for a company that helps take down bad guys, the same bad guys in the same ring that Zaid does. Zaid finds them, offs them, and then Molly works for a company that gets rid of bodies. So she doesn't work directly with Zaid. She works with another organization, I think, or she works for the organization, but she doesn't know. Her and Zaid don't know each other, right? They don't know each other. So she's doing everything she can to find her sister, and we see, and she wants to just keep her sister safe. So when she was taken, we learn her backstory on like her dad and her mom were like drug addicts and sucked, basically. Her dad ended up basically selling her to Rio and these people, the Brotherhood, for money, for money. And she had a younger sister who she took care of, and when she was gone, living in this house of horrors, she basically realized how much, like how bad it was going to be for her sister, because her sister was just a baby at the time. So she was like, I don't want this to happen to her, so I'm going to go save her. So she ends up, escaping from the house, going back, taking her sister, and then dropping her sister off on someone's doorstep. And then from now, she's like watching her sister constantly over, she goes to all of her sister's games. Her sister plays sports. She's always there, but she never actually interacts with them. She just kind of stays in the background. Which her sister's name was Layla. So she gave her up because she was like, I don't want her to have a bad life. And Molly knew that she'd be fighting for her life constantly. She didn't want to have to worry about Layla's as well. She reconnects with this guy named Cage, who was like in love with her or something before. He actually works for the same organization. He delivers people to her, the unalived people, obviously. So they kind of reconnect, and she's excited to see him, but also she likes to be by herself. And he's like, where did you go? Why did you leave? Why didn't you call me? And he was like, I just want to be by myself. Molly's a very independent lady. And basically it just tells the entire story of what happened to Molly, right? So like, she wants to know what happens. Also, nobody like knows where she is. Like, according to the house, they all think that she's like missing and dead, basically, because she is off the grid. She does not want to be found. After living through that horror nightmare, she doesn't want anyone to know where she is. So when Cage finds her, that's when he's like, oh my god, why didn't you tell me? And she's like, back up. Cage is also described as being super tall and like dark, moody, very much Zaid vibes, but like less than. Like, not less. Well, Zayd Meadows is number 1, so like he's like number 3. Also, Molly feeds all the unalive people to her pigs. Like, that's her entire job. It's like they drop off these people, and she like chop and serves them. I know, right? Gross. But also bad bitch. My favorite part of the book is the very end. So spoilers if you didn't want to, or if you maybe don't have the extended epilogue like I did. So I had the epilogue and then I had the extended one, and I was like, epilogue, the end. Oh, no, I said the regular. I'm a liar. I'm literally there. Yeah, I had an extended epilogue because it was epilogues here, extended here. So if you didn't have that, so at the end of the epilogue, I'm just going to go back to it just so I'm on the same page as everyone else. At the end of the epilogue, she's standing in her whatever. Her phone goes off. Her and Cage are together. They love. He calls her little ghost, which I think is so cute because she literally MIA. She answers the phone, hello, and then she hears, I hear you're good at making people disappear. The deep male voice is jarring and not what I was expecting. I pull my phone away from my ear, checking the number. It's unknown. Who is this? Most know me by Z, but you can call me Zayd. And then that's literally how it ends, is like her getting a call from Zayd Meadows, basically like, you know how to make people disappear. So, for those that don't have the extended epilogue, or for those that are going to get mad, I am going to spoil it. This is a spoilers. I'm literally going to spoil. Okay. So, we get to the extended epilogue, and this is the best part of the entire book, in my opinion, mostly because I'm a Zayd stan, right? So, it starts off with, Jesus, fuck, you're tall. Strides into the barn or whatever. Obviously, Cage is like, I'm tall too, but Zayd is taller and bigger. Zayd is the boss. The way he looks like he'll murder Cage and I in a heartbeat if we even sneeze. And he has the beautiful, with some of the prettiest light brown eyes I've ever seen with her. He talks about, I recognize her immediately, not only as the famous author who I fucking love, but the woman who was kidnapped and found herself in the clutches of Francesca just like I was. When I heard Z found her, I nearly cried in relief that someone else had made it out of there too. So obviously, Zayd and Addie come to the barn, basically because Zayd wants to set up a partnership with her. Addie, obviously famous author, has talked about Francesca, whatever. And the first thing Addie says is, oh, Sibby would love this. So, and then they're talking about height, like, oh, like Cage makes a comment like he's only like literally like 2 inches taller than me. And she's like, yeah, but he's scarier than you. So they end up talking for a minute, and she's like, oh, I'm a big fan of you. Your journal saved my life. You saved my life. I owe everything to you. And Addie hugs her, and she's like, oh my God, like, I didn't know that, you got out, I didn't help you, you did, or whatever. And then, so Molly does have a scar on her face because of her dad. So on the photo in the very front, you actually see it right here. And she's like super scared of Zayd, right? Because he's a scary guy. And he looks at her, points to his, scar and her scar and goes, scar buddies, and like tries to lighten the mood a little bit. Honestly, I think the entire it's just so funny, like seeing but basically Zayd ends up recruiting her to work for his company. So she doesn't work for his company originally, but he ends up recruiting her to work for the company, and her and Addie become friends. And that is so adorable to me because I love Addie, and I love Zayd, and I love Molly, and I love Cage. And the fact that Cage is like, he's only like 2 inches taller than me. I can really see her being like, okay, but like he's scarier. And I just think that's so funny. Overall, this book's a 5 out of 5. Obviously, it's by H.G. Carlton. That woman can't write anything less than a 5 out of 5, in my opinion. And I have yet to read one yet. So if you have one out there, reread it because you're probably wrong. I love this book so much. I think it was a really good way to put me back into the world, that house of horrors that I hated in Haunting Adeline, which I've actually not reviewed on this channel yet because I don't know how to put it out there without like being I don't know, not like canceled, but I don't want to put it out there because it is a really dark book. Like these touch on dark matters. Haunting Adeline touched on dark matters. Hunting Adeline is a whole different ball game, in my opinion. I loved that book. I loved the writing. It is extremely dark. And so like those people that do not like dark novels do not read it. But I am afraid of talking about it sometimes because I'm like, it like, I don't know how to explain it in a way that doesn't make me sound like sociopathic, right? Like I'm explaining how this book to you. Like most times you can pick up a book and be like, this book's about a missing girl who went through a traumatic event, you know, whatever. She does some bad things. Like she like gets rid of bad people, but like she had a hard life. Or like something like she's a vampire. But talking about what happened in that book is just kind of hard. So that's why I haven't made that video yet. And I've tried to make that video multiple times, but where's Molly? 5 out of 5. Love, love, love. Literally, mwah, chef's kiss. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. This is also going to be a part of the January 2025 calendar. Yeah, this is the 5-star week. So we're on day 2 of the 5-star week. And we still have 5 more days left, I think. 4 or 5 more days left. 5 more days. Yeah, we reviewed. You shouldn't have come here. But yes, where's Molly? 5 out of 5. Love, love, love. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Help us more than you could possibly think. And until next time, bye.